Hey y'all, today I'm doing something a little different, but not too different. It's kind of scale modeling, but I'm doing as you can see here, a Metal Earth type of wagon, like an Oregon style, Oregon Trail type of thing. I've already started this. I'm not in my typical place in Boston. I'm at my folks' place, and so I don't have my full setup, but this is gonna be cool. Um, so yeah, I'll just kind of lay my stuff out. You get these. I guess they're still sprues, but they're more like stencils. Um, sprues. They're sprues, but there's no painting and gluing. It's just folding the parts. Um, just clear some stuff out of the way, and I mean it's neat. It's really cool. So I'm gonna just lay some stuff out for now. Hopefully, I'll get some people joining. Um, yeah, we have a bunch of people online, at least according to the Discord. I don't know if I'll get into the chat. I'm not using like earbuds today, so I'm afraid if I get into the chat, there'll be feedback. I can always mute myself on Discord. But yeah, let me just lay some stuff out, get organized, and I'll pick up where I left off. Whoops, dropped a spoon. You gotta be super careful. As you can see, this just got a little bent, but nothing got damaged. So you gotta be super careful with these. I'll say point blank, and maybe because I have less experience with these, this is more difficult than scale modeling itself. Let me also just zoom out a little bit with my cam. Yeah, so you get a better view. Okay, I'm gonna set these aside. This is what I'm working with right now. Look at my flow chart. Yeah, so I am kind of assembling the top of the wagon. This is the stagecoach. It's a stagecoach. It's called a Wild West stagecoach, made by Metal Earth. Yeah. So it's a different. It's like the flow is similar to scale modeling, the overall flow, but it's different. So let me just. I have a bunch of tools here, and I just want to be super gentle with all of this. I'll keep this in here, but I'll lift out the I guess this, I'll call it the fencing for lack of a better word, and I'll kind of go through. Though there's no painting or gluing, there's a lot of bending and careful folding, and so I already messed up on one of the segments, and so I gotta be super delicate with all of this stuff. So right, this was one segment. There are three more, and or two more. There are two more, and I just gotta be mindful of how I bend and fold. So let's see. I have these tools for doing like circular rolls or bends, and then I have these are really useful. These kind of help both roll and flatten. If you can see the top here, I'll show more as people join, but there's a slit. Same on the opposite cone shaped end, pointy end. There's a slit for evening things out. I don't know how popular this will be in terms of the community. Let me just get my X-Acto laid out. I was at Michael's earlier. Michael's is like a local No, Michael's is like a nationwide hobby store, like Hobby Lobby. And I got some, since I'm a big enamel guy, some more Testors paint. I found a nice purple, but yeah, I'll demo that later. So, anyways, and I had one more tool here earlier. I'm also working on the P-51 Mustang by Metal Earth, but yeah. What I will do, I'll get into Discord, but I'll mute myself, and hopefully, well, if people join, I'll do that. I'm also looking through what people have done. I mean, I'm mainly focusing on my Shelby, but yeah, that's for when I'm at my own place. So yeah, anyway, okay, this is what I was looking for. This tool right here sort of flattens out pieces. So let me just slide this in and reflatten. Like so. Cool. And I'll zoom in again because well, I'll zoom in later. There's a lot of fine detailed work here. It's point blank, it's more precision based than scale modeling. It's like if you were working only with photo etched parts, let's put it that way. Yeah. I swear I had another. Hey, welcome to the stream. So I was just kind of laying things out. I'm doing a Metal Earth kit today. So call it scale modeling or not. I'm not sure if it's to scale, but it's very similar. There's no gluing or painting, but it's very detailed oriented, and it's a stagecoach that I'm making, kind of like an Oregon Trail type of stagecoach. And so I'm assembling this fencing right here. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'm not sure if I'll go on the Discord voice chat. I'm just using my normal mic for my laptop. So yeah, how's your day going? What I'm doing now is I'm just trying to get a nice even consistency, because these are all like basically photo etched parts. You can see the sprue. I bent it slightly, accidentally I mean, and slightly, but nothing's really damaged. So you just got to be really careful with the instruction sheet here, because you can easily, like, if there's any asymmetry, you can easily confuse two different parts. Let me zoom in a little bit. There we go. And move this in a little closer. So I'm kind of doing this section right here. I know it's upside down, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. So I got this. I got this segment. And with these, you kind of have to bend them in place. And I actually had to detach and reattach a part which was a nuisance, a real nuisance. So yeah, I'm gonna reattempt this segment right here. But yeah, it's a gloomy day, and when I'm at my folks' place, I don't have my full setup for scale modeling, so I'm limited to either doing these metal earths or like snap kits. That's just not my thing for my skill level. See, like this is like almost impossible to put in because I've already kind of mangled this connection. Okay, I have these pliers. That's what I'll need to use. And yeah, you just gotta get this edge super flat. But point blank, it's a lot more precision based. Precision based assembly than scale modeling, I would say. And there's two kinds of connections. There's a bend and there's a twist 90 degrees. So this has already been kind of twisted and untwisted. And someone once said on a like a YouTube tutorial or build along for these things that you only get to mess up once. So okay, this is in, and this best be in the correct spot. Yeah. This is in, and I want to very gently now, and it's hard because, you know, you only have two hands. Push this back a little more. Yeah, you only have two hands, and sometimes you need to prop, or like honestly get an assistant. Okay, so here goes. Twist. Twist 90 degrees. Twist, 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 twist. And that should, I don't like the hold per se. It's loose, but it should work until it's placed on the top of the stagecoach roof. But yeah, it's just, I'm passing the time. I'm taking, basically I took a long leave from work and I'm getting back to work on Monday. So this is just kind of me relaxing and passing the time, and it's a gloomy day. It's what time is it? It's actually morning still. It's 11:48 a.m. I'm on the east coast of the US. So, yeah. I'm gonna let this be. One lesson I learned is, and it already fell off. So, I appreciate the craft and the precision, but sometimes it's too much. It really tests your patience. Yeah, that wasn't fun. But it is fun overall. It's very rewarding in a similar way to scale modeling for sure. Yeah, so let me reattempt this connection, this joint. Unfortunately, I have it like halfway in, and I can't get it to go all the way in. For the record, you know, I've kind of been rearranging. I've been on Twitch more frequently for sure, but kind of sporadically. And I'm aiming for 3 streams a week with 1 gaming stream. Like one gaming stream. Not to be heavy on one game, but to add variety. I got a capture card. And you know, I am gonna do the bend technique, even if they say a twist is better. And I'm just gonna pray that this will hold. So this is tough. I mean, this is one of the tougher parts of the assembly. Okay, that's a deep twist. That'll hold. I'm not even gonna move it too much, but yeah, just so it's in the cam, it's right here. And it's a bit disjointed, but that's okay. I'd rather have it crooked and then straighten it out a bit later. And yeah, so we're 15 minutes in. I do pray. I shouldn't say pray. I'm not that desperate, but I would love for, let's say, APOC to join. But today's I mean, it's Wednesday morning for me. A decent amount of people are on the East Coast, so I know people have jobs aside from what they do on Twitch and aside from hanging out on Discord. But yeah, anyways, moving along. I gotta get this segment in nicely, and so just gonna take my time with it. There are only 3 segments, not 4. I'm just thinking, like, hoping that this doesn't fail, and it failed on me. But you know what? I'm gonna do the easier one first at this point. Super gluing is always an option. That does work. But yeah. Okay, cool. I straightened out a couple of these edges. I should have used these flat pliers. Here we are. And then, yeah, and I'll do this side. That evens things out. And I'm gonna go for this edge first. But normally it's not so difficult. This is like the hardest. This has been the hardest segment of my assembly so far. Everything else relative to this has kind of been a piece of cake. It's because I did mess up once, and the tabs are sort of misaligned. They're not misaligned, they're like mangled. Yeah. So I gotta be ready to twist and turn. And if I need to left-hand it, I'll left-hand it. I was actually born pretty much ambidextrous, so I might as well try and reteach myself. Okay. I'm gonna go against the I'll turn this clockwise. I mean, you just gotta be super meticulous. And honestly, I might as well use 2 pliers. I just hope that's not too... Yep, 2 pliers work very well for this. Cool. That did it. Or did it? Sort of. I just want this to hold until I get this latched on. So this holds, cool. I did it in reverse. As long as I can get these latched on, I'm in the clear. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna gently go in reverse, do this end, oh, that's not gonna budge. I mean, plan B is just forget about the tabs and just stick it into the roof. Maybe my mic's a little loud because it's picking up the bangs. I'm gonna just decrease the decibels. Okay, that should be better. So yeah, okay, so let me try straightening this tab out once more. It is partially twisted, so that's what's making it kind of difficult. And okay, this fits. I'm gonna kind of try and like double prong it, or double plier it. That tends to work better. But yeah, like no scale modeling task has required so much dexterity. But of course there's the painting and the gluing and the sanding. But it's different. As I was saying, like each little step is very different in scale modeling. But the overall assembly is kind of similar. Yeah, that doesn't work either. I'm gonna go with my intuition. I'm gonna start placing it into the roof, and then I'll leave those two tabs. And this just fell out. Even like expert, I mean, it's frustrating. Even expert people say that this is difficult, that, you know, there are many steps that are just unbelievably challenging. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fold back the tabs and just forget about the tabs. It's just beyond my skill level. If I fold them back, I can then just plop everything in, and that's how I'm gonna roll. That's the way I'm gonna do it. Trouble is I can't even get this to fit into the bending tool. Cool. Okay, I got it. At least I got this. I have long nails right now, so kind of helps. But man, I mean, it's been like, it's kind of, it's a little bizarre. Like, it's been half an hour, and I'm just managing to find a different way to go about this. You know what? I'm just gonna start placing these in. This has been, like, honestly, mission impossible. But hopefully this way I'll have more success. This isn't so easy either. I'm reconsidering if this is worth streaming. It depends on the day, but it's making me more stressed than actually, you know, have fun. Okay, that worked nicely. You can see it went in smoothly. And I'll just do the twist and turn technique for these, for the fencing or siding or whatever it is. Yeah, okay. So this is where I'm at. And I had it and it slipped. Okay, I got it. Cool, that worked. You know, the cool thing about where I am, Cape Cod, Mass, I won't say exactly where, but like central Cape. The nature's really nice. There's like a lot of wild turkeys, coyotes, cute little birds. It's a good time here. Yeah. This actually works phenomenally for twisting. Sorry about the bangs when I drop these pliers. I know the mic picks them up, picks up the sound, and it's sensitive to that sort of audio. So anyways, I did this side. Let's see how this fares without any sort of joint. I mean, I'll Try slipping it in. Yeah, like so. It's tough if you didn't get that notch in place. Yeah, it's tough. I can put this on hold. I really can, because there's more to do. Let me check what comes next. I'd rather put this on hold when I'm more patient with this. And like scale modeling, you can skip ahead. And yeah, okay, I'm gonna do that. It'll be more entertaining. I'm gonna take like a 2-minute bio break. And yeah, move on to this, and maybe do a couple steps. I'll see how the stream goes. I wasn't gonna stream for too long, but half an hour in, do a couple more pieces. Okay. So stencil B, or sprue B, part 9. But the parts are really beautiful. The photo etching, the print, it's really, really vibrant. So what am I looking for now? The sprue cutter. And it's a special metal earth sprue cutter. So, okay, part 9. Then part 10. Do 9 first. Yeah, that last thing I was working on, it's just so tough. These are hard as they are, but yeah, but that fencing was just like God level hard. Okay. NE is not engraved. It's kind of hard to make out with the camera, but that's what it says. So this is the part, and as you can see, it is printed very nicely. So I'm going to use my bending tool right here to get a right angle. And align it with, these are scored, And this has become much easier with proper tooling. Yeah, got it. Just slide it out and got a nice, more or less right angle. Hey, thanks for joining. Just doing a metal earth build. I just finished up it's a stagecoach, so I'll show you the picture. I mean the product. It's one of these. It's a stagecoach, kind of like an Oregon Trail type of thing. And yeah, it's more or less like scale modeling, but there's no painting or gluing. However, the amount of precision and dexterity that you need with the folds and the bends is like God level. So I have a special tool that I'm using for the bends, as I was saying. And it's tough, but it's very rewarding. I would normally scale model, like, I'm doing the Shelby right now if you're in the Discord, but I'm at my folks' place on Cape Cod, Mass. And so I don't have my setup. But just to show off, I did buy a couple testers paints at the local hobby shop. This is a special, I said purple, it's a flat sea blue. I'm a big enamel guy, and this is a metallic red, which I might already have, but yeah. You can never have too many of these. I do have a USS Arizona lying around in a different room, but yeah, it's just all I can really do here is like stuff like this, and that just doesn't satisfy me given my level. Anyway, back to the stagecoach. Yeah, so I got this bend, and I need to get another part. I put it in my bin. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I won't be too long today. For one, this kind of build, it really tests your patience. Like, to be successful, you really need to do it at a turtle's pace. It's really easy to mess up in many ways. It's like working with photo etched parts completely. But the printing is beautiful, I think. And yeah. But like, I can only do this for an hour at most, especially because what I was working with prior to this, the fencing for the roof right here, you can kind of make that out. It's upside down, but yeah, right here, kind of the black part on the sides. Here, I'll show it in this cam. Yeah, that took forever, and it was a true test of my dexterity. So I'm just getting out the next part out of the sprue. Right, so I got this part, and yeah, just gonna make those bends, and connect the two. But thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate your here. Are you from the Discord community, or you just found me browsing around, lurking on Twitch? What I'm doing, I'll move the cam closer. There we go. I'm trying to get this just very neatly aligned so I can get that bend in place without damaging the piece, the part. There we go. That should do it. Yep. We'll do the same with the other side. And as an FYI, this was not meant to be a big stream. I'm probably gonna tune out after I make these after I join these last two segments. But I'll be excited to stream again in a few days, and I'll be streaming the Shelby build and yeah, and a little bit of the F-18 since it's the build along for automobiles. That sounds so nerdy of me. I could just say cars. It's the build along in our Discord. April build along for cars, so I'll be focusing on that. But yeah, I got that paint I needed for the engine, and I'm super excited for finally painting it. Let's see, how do these two connect? I think in a pretty straightforward way. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, so this way. 2 tabs. I'm just lining these up. It's like so similar but so different than scale modeling. It's like if you were watching a scale modeler spending 2 hours on photo etched parts. I hate to say it, like, this is enjoyable, but I find it more of a nuisance than scale modeling. Like, scale modeling is so rewarding because you have to be a bit of a perfectionist and get through these little details, but I tell you, like, some of these, like, it ain't worth it. It's more of a test of, like, your raw dexterity and eyesight than, like, and, like, extreme patience. I guess, like, a ship in a bottle would be something like that. What I have found is sometimes slightly unbending one side helps. Just slightly to get some more leverage. Some more slack, not leverage. And then kind of rebending, but it's tough. Every single joint is its own, like, little journey, struggle. That's what I'll say. It's not what I dig. Like, I find some pleasure in these, and I like the aesthetic, but I much rather scale model, and hence maybe I shouldn't have called this scale modeling, but I think it's actually to scale. And yeah, I mean, I still can't get this to slide in. Guys, I think this is my calling. I can only last so long with having trouble with certain parts. And also on stream, I'm trying to talk more, but I don't think this is like especially entertaining. Just me talking through how difficult this is, and so I'm gonna cut it a bit short. So yeah, thanks for tuning in to whomever joined. I'll probably be on again, like Monday, Tuesday evening Eastern time. I haven't set up a full Twitch schedule yet, but I'll be live streaming the Shelby assembly for sure. Thanks so much.